in his 6 years head coach at West St. John. He's guided the Rams to the 1A state semifinals last 2 years, took them to the championship game in 2011 as well. And what a start to the season for West St. John. They went to St. James and knocked off a really good 2A team, 39-30 at their new stadium. And West St. John will host Bogalusa this coming Friday night at 7 p.m. Please give a warm quarterback club welcome to Coach Robert Valdez of West St. John High School. Robert.
First of all, thank you, Ken. Really appreciate it. Thank you to the quarterback club of New Orleans. Greetings from Edgar, Louisiana. We're just down the road. I'm going to check this off my bucket list. Spoke at the quarterback. All I have left to do now is win the state championship, and I think everything will be fulfilled on that area there. But no, very grateful to be here. Very grateful to speak about our program, our community, our coaches. We're in a situation where we are a small single-A school. Basically, we are really a class, what is it, C school that plays football. We have 200 kids in 8 through 12, and 205. It just so happened that 45 of them play football, and they're pretty good, so we'll figure that worked out very well for us. We have a tremendous administration and tremendous dedication from St. John Baptist Parish Schools, which totally supports our athletic programs and gives us everything that we need in order to be able to maintain a competitive edge. Administration, Ms. Erica Merrick, everybody involved. We have a great, wonderful community that really embodies, football. There's nothing else in that goal. We don't have a Walmart. We don't have a bowling alley. When you turn the stadium lights on Friday nights, that's all you see is the stadium. It kind of illuminates the river road. So football is taken very serious, and we wouldn't have it any other way. I'm very fortunate to be at a program where the expectations are to carry the legacy and to continue what has done before me. I replaced a gentleman, Lloyd DuPont, who won 3 state championships and had a very, very successful program. And my main goal at the program is just to maintain the status quo and the legacy of it. The last couple of years, my senior class that just graduated, they played in 58 of 60 possible weeks. That group played the state championship and 2 consecutive state semifinals. This group is supposed to be my young group, but they surprised me a little bit last Thursday when we were able to go down and play our rival game with St. James. And they do a great job there because that community, the only difference between St. James and West St. John is that they're black and gold and we're blue and white. It's pretty much exactly the same. So that game there was special for us. Basically, to describe my philosophy and what we do at West St. John is I just want to be able to give every kid an opportunity to be successful. I've always said that I'd rather win a child than to win a state championship or a game. I think that I went to Old Perry Walker High School. I'm a product of the New Orleans public school system. It's been, it works. It worked for me. I think that I'm an advocate of public school. My 15-year-old daughter goes to West St. John with me. And I think that you make of it what you do and your parents and your upbringing. So we try to instill that in our young men. This year, we have a lot of young players that haven't touched the field before. And like I said, the expectations are as high as always to be successful. But I'm more proud of the fact that I have at least 3 or 4 kids on my team that have over 22 and 23 on the ACT. So I'm very, very grateful for the academic work that they're doing in the classroom, as well as how they succeed on the field. And that's very, very important because at some point, you're not going to be able to put the helmet on. At some point, you're going to have to go out there and be an active, positive, productive member of society. So that's what we preach to our young men. That's the mentality that we want them to have. I have 2 daughters at home and 45 sons at school. So, I like to be able to make sure that my daughters and all your daughters have quality pickings when it comes time for them to be able to select a suitor. So I feel compelled to do my part on that aspect. Football-wise, West St. John football, we're going to allow them to play. We don't make it easy. We schedule very, very tough and difficult to get us ready down the stretch. We're going to play 3A Bogalusa this week. We have Riverside, who just beat Evangel in 2 weeks. And we're going to play 5A Holy Cross and 4A Ellendon, and we're gonna play up. And last year we came out of that 3-2. So anything with a plus win ratio coming out, that pre-district schedule sets us up well to make a deep district, and playoff run. So that's our method of operation that we've been used to the last couple of years, and it's worked well for us. We put a lot of kids in school, small schools, large schools. At the end of the day, I think that, like I said, I graduated from Moore Prairie Walk. I went to Southern University. I played at Carr under Ellard. I've had a lot of tremendous people that I've been able to come across and help me to where I am today. And I just think that that's the mission that we have as high school coaches. Sometimes it gets a little bit misunderstood. Sometimes the pressure gets to us a little bit, but winning is only a part of it. It's the development that you have to have in order to be able to give these young men an opportunity to be successful. My mother washed dishes at the Hilton, and my dad had worked turnarounds in the plant, so they did a good job of giving me the opportunity I needed, so I feel compelled to do it for somebody else. And basically that's what St. John football. You're going to get tough, you're going to get grit, you're going to get a group of kids who don't believe that they should be on the field, and I feel bad for you if you line up against us sometimes. Thank you.
Questions? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you have a question. Enjoy watching Tyson Jackson yesterday?
Yeah, I did. It was, I don't know, I didn't like him making some of those plays because I'm still a Saints guy. But no, I mean, Tyson's phenomenal, and I think that he's going to fit very well with what they're doing in Atlanta. I think that when I spoke to him, he's very comfortable in the scheme that they're using him in. And so I wish him the best, except when they play the black and gold.
1A, Haynesville, Mangum, talk about 1A and stuff.
Yeah, I got a question in the back.
You had a quarterback like Ray Joseph, who was a record setter at Southern, and now you have a freshman at Southern Boston.
Yeah, we have a pretty good line of quarterbacks that come through there. I inherited Dre going into his junior year. When I got to West St. John, Dre was going to his junior year. He had one scholarship offer, which was Southern University. And I said at that point, I thought that, that he should garner more opportunities, and not only that he got all the glories and all the honors as most valuable player of the conference and leading Southern to a conference championship, but now Austin Howard comes to the picture, who's a 3-year starter for me at quarterback, who is just as polished and maybe a little bit more athletic than Dre Joseph, getting a lot of valuable playing time at Southern University now. But it's funny because when you ask that, I have Brandon Matthews, who's at Eastern Illinois, and he's called. I'm on my way to Southern's game to watch Austin, and Brandon is calling me, and he wants to know what did I tell the kids Thursday night before the St. James game, because he doesn't get that up there. So he's in the locker room right before kickoff, calling me, asking me for some words of motivation. He's a true freshman. They were getting ready to line up. I know they went to Minnesota last week, and I forgot who they played this week, but I was like, that's funny. But no, Austin is going to compete. Austin is going to give him a chance. I'm a pull for my guy, and I think that he has, as a freshman, he has the swagger that you need, and he'll learn everything else as he gets more game experience. 1A football, it's very competitive. I think that you look at the state champion last year, Haynesville beat 2 other state champions. Haynesville beat Union Parish, and they came close to beating somebody. They beat somebody else. They're very tough. They've won 16 state championships. And Red Franklin and his son David Franklin have kept in the family. Mangum is loaded again. We lost to Mangum in the state semifinals last year. They returned basically the whole team. You have Kenwood, who's always very athletic. These 1A programs, and I tell people all the time, there's the only difference between these 1A programs, some of the bigger programs, it's just the roster size. We call them chicken eaters and soup critters at West St. John, but these programs are very good. White Castle, Bass Hill, these programs are very good, and most of the times we have a little difficult time trying to schedule, so we have to schedule up and play these bigger opponents because our success, and some people may not want to play, but it's going to be interesting again. I'm not really in favor of this division of select and non-select. I think that, when you want the best and you want to prove who's the best, to throw them on the same pool and let them fight their way out of it, and then that determine who's the best ball club. But I think in single A we have real good football, we have great coaching, and the games are very exciting. And like, we just a little bit smaller, but just as good. Okay, thank you.